Right now, someone is building the life you're only dreaming about. Not because they're smarter, not because they're luckier, but because they've made a choice to silence the noise, to stop chasing approval, to do the hard inner work while the world keeps scrolling. And you? You're still plugged into the noise, notifications, opinions, doubt disguised as logic. You're distracted, you're busy, but you're not building. And deep down, you know it. This isn't a wake-up call. It's a warning. The longer you wait to turn inward, the longer you stay stuck in someone else's story. You weren't born to follow. You weren't meant to blend in. You're here to forge an inner empire. A life built from clarity, discipline, and self-mastery. And it starts with one decision: to stop running and start rising. The first spark of transformation ignites when you shift your gaze inward. Most people live their lives like ships adrift, tossed by the waves of others' expectations. They seek approval in fleeting glances, in likes, in words of praise that vanish like smoke. But you are not most people. When you turn inward, you stop chasing shadows and start cultivating something real, inner power. This power isn't loud or boastful. It's the quiet certainty of knowing who you are, what you stand for, and where you're going. It's the clarity that cuts through the fog of doubt, the peace that anchors you in chaos, the mental strength that turns dreams into reality. Consider the oak tree, standing tall through centuries of storms. Its strength doesn't come from the applause of the forest or the approval of the sky. It comes from roots that dig deep, unseen, into the earth. Your roots are your mindset, your beliefs, your ability to stand firm when the winds of life howl. Napoleon Hill, a man who studied the anatomy of success, knew this truth. Your thoughts are the architects of your destiny. Every empire, whether of wealth, impact, or legacy, begins in the mind. But a mind left unchecked is a battlefield, scattered with doubts, fears, and distractions. To forge your inner empire, you must become the master of your thoughts, not their servant. This mastery begins with a choice between reactivity and intentionality. Reactivity is the default state of the untrained mind. It's the reflex to snap back at criticism, to shrink under pressure, to chase every shiny distraction. It's living life as a puppet, strings pulled by the moods and opinions of others. Intentionality, however, is the art of seizing control. It's pausing in the heat of the moment to ask, who am I? What do I want? It's seeing your true self, not the masks you wear to please the crowd, not the roles you play to fit in, but the raw, unfiltered potential that burns within you. This is where your power lies. Not in the fleeting approval of others, but in the unwavering commitment to your own path. Think of Harriet Tubman, a woman who walked through unimaginable adversity with a fire in her soul that no chain could extinguish. She didn't wait for permission to lead others to freedom. She didn't seek validation from a world that denied her humanity. Her strength came from an inner clarity, a resolve forged in silence and solitude. She knew her purpose, and that knowing became her compass. You, too, have a compass within you. But to find it, you must strip away the layers of noise, the expectations, the comparisons, the endless scroll of voices telling you who you should be. In the quiet of your own mind, you discover the truth. You are enough, not because of what you've done or what others think, but because of who you choose to become. Self-awareness is the key that unlocks this truth. It's the mirror that shows you not just your flaws, but your possibilities. When you know yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, your desires, you gain clarity. And clarity is the foundation of control. Control over your thoughts, your responses, your energy. This is not about suppressing emotion or ignoring the world. It's about choosing how you engage with it. When you control your inner world, you become immune to the chaos outside, the anxiety of others, the pressure to conform, the endless demands on your time. they lose their grip. You become a fortress, unshaken by the storms around you. The wisdom of Proverbs 4:23 echoes this truth. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Your heart, your inner world, is the source of your life's direction. Guard it fiercely. Let no one, no opinion, no failure, no fleeting trend steal your focus. Florence Nightingale, the mother of modern nursing, understood this. In a world that dismissed her ambitions, she turned inward, grounding herself in a purpose so clear it reshaped healthcare forever. Her impact wasn't born from seeking applause, it was born from a relentless focus on her inner calling. Your outer life is a reflection of your inner world. Build it with intention, and the world will feel the weight of your purpose. But building an inner empire is not a passive act. It demands discipline, the kind forged in the fires of adversity. George Washington Carver, a man born into slavery, rose to become one of history's greatest scientists. His life was a testament to the power of a positive mental attitude, as Napoleon Hill would call it. Carver didn't wait for the world to hand him opportunities. He cultivated faith, initiative, and persistence, turning obstacles into stepping stones. Every challenge he faced, poverty, prejudice, doubt, became fuel for his growth. You too can transform adversity into strength. The question is not whether life will test you, it's whether you will rise to meet it. Discipline is the hammer that shapes your empire. It's the daily choice to show up, to do the work, to say no to distractions. It's the courage to sit in silence, to face your thoughts, to ask the hard questions. What do I truly want? What am I willing to sacrifice? Greatness is not a gift, it's a habit. Consider Thomas Edison, who failed thousands of times before illuminating the world with his inventions. His success wasn't luck. It was the product of relentless focus, of protecting his attention from the noise of doubt and criticism. You must do the same. Your attention is your most precious resource. Guard it as fiercely as a king guards his throne. In the stillness, strength is born. The prophet Isaiah wrote, "In quietness and trust is your strength." Isaiah 30:15. When you carve out moments of solitude, away from the clamor of the world, you create space for clarity. In that space, you align your attention with your identity. You strip away the superficial and connect with the eternal. Ask yourself, who am I when no one is watching? What do I stand for when the world isn't cheering? These questions, asked in the quiet, forge the foundation of your inner empire. They anchor you in a purpose that no storm can shake. Carnegie didn't build his steel empire by chasing every opportunity or pleasing every critic. He succeeded by mastering one direction. He knew his purpose, and he poured every ounce of his energy into it. You must do the same. Clarity of focus creates momentum. It's not about doing everything, it's about doing the right thing, consistently, with unwavering commitment. Say no to the energy drains, the endless notifications, the trivial arguments, the need to be everywhere at once. Protect your focus, and you protect your future. Your identity is not a static thing, it's a living creation, shaped by the rituals and habits you choose. You don't become great by setting temporary goals or chasing fleeting highs. You become great by structuring your days with intention. Protect your time as if it were gold. Respect rest as a sacred act of renewal. Read deeply, not to impress, but to expand your mind. Reflect consistently, not to dwell on the past, but to refine your path forward. These habits are the bricks of your inner empire, laid one by one, day after day, until the structure of your character rises tall. In the end, authentic strength comes not from the world's praise, but from the standards you set for yourself. When you live by your own compass, when your validation comes from within, the world begins to reflect your clarity. You become a beacon, not because you sought the spotlight, but because you built something real. This is not a phase, not a moment. It's a lifelong practice. Forge your inner empire. not for applause, but for the quiet power of knowing you're exactly who you were meant to be. Keep building, keep refining, keep rising. The world is waiting for the impact only you can make.